Hello my dear gardening friends. Today in this video I'm going to talk about this wonderful unruly rose right now, my beautiful Lady of Shalott. And this is its second blooming time, and a lot of people are perplexed by the growing habit of this rose. So today in this video I'm going to talk about I'm going to show you second bloom of Lady of Shalott rose and what to do with these unruly beautiful shoots which Lady of Shalott creates. So for your reference, right now is the middle of July, and this is a second bloom of Lady of Shalott, David Austin Rose. Right here I have a video which I posted on my channel some time ago about different regions in America and what you need to do about taking care of your roses in different parts of America. This is a second bloom of Lady of Shalott, and I remember when I planted it for the first time, the first bloom was fine, Lady of Shalott behaved like a shrub, and then when second bloom happened, all this suddenly started to appear. My rose was going wild, and I was like, oh my goodness, what in the world am I going to do? I filmed already several videos about this rose. Check them out, they are right here. And I talked about this unruly behavior of Lady of Shalott rose after its second bloom and what to do with it. And now in this video I'm going to actually show you this behavior because it is happening right now. Now, as you can see, Lady of Shalott is coming into its second bloom, and it starts to produce these wonderful, very unruly shoots. And if I want my Lady of Shalott to be a climber, I will train these shoots on the support, and they will climb up and will slowly turn this rose into a climbing rose. But in this case, as you can see here, this is our passage to the back of our garden here where we have a table, and this thing is going to be in the way big time. So it's time to give this rose a haircut, and I'm going to show you how I do it and how it works in zone 7 northeast of America. So here we go, I have my clippers, I disinfected them. And now, since this guy didn't create a flower before it bloomed, before it fell down, I usually wait. You see, these long shoots usually create a flower before they start flopping down. So if that happens, I will take the shoot and I will put it into the vase in our house. But if this guy starts falling down before it happens to bloom, I have to take it out because it looks very unruly right now. As you can see, rose fell down and there is no way I can go around it. So this guy has to go, unfortunately. Now this guy starts flopping and it's going to fall pretty soon, doesn't have any rose. So we are going to take him out to, oh boy, very.
What did you disinfect?
Oh, my husband is asking, why do I disinfect my cutters? I got myself tangled up with all the roses. Because I don't want to bring any diseases which might be growing on one of my roses. I will show you what I disinfected with. I showed it in one of my previous videos. Isopropyl alcohol, I disinfect it. I just do it this way and it's done. And plus it dissolves all the grease on my cutters, so it works both ways. It dissolves the grime and it disinfects your cutters. This way nothing will be transmitted from another rose to this rose in case there are any diseases. As you can see, this rose is looking very healthy. It's starting to have a little bit of black spot at the bottom, not as much, not as big, so we're okay about it. Now how I cut it, Lucy, this guy has a rose here, so maybe I will wait with this guy to not to fall. Maybe it wouldn't fall and it would create flower before it falls. This way I will cut it and I will bring it into the house. Now what usually I do, this guy is going to fall. So what I usually do, I cut it just near the, come here, I will show you. I cut it just near the leaf, and usually we go down to the leaf and cut it right out, right here. And then what happens, rose is going to create a bud here, and the bud will grow out. We want to create a lot of space inside of the bush for the air to go in. This bush is a little congested. I always deal with it being so tight because there are actually two shrubs together. Growing together, probably 18 inches apart. As you can see, the reblooming is not as strong as the first bloom. The first bloom was just magnificent with this rose. Second bloom is not as full, not as strong in color, but still it's very pleasant presence here with this rose. Now here we have another unruly behaving. Okay, this guy will have flowers. I will keep him. This guy doesn't have flowers, so unfortunately he has to go. And this guy too. Now, if you want to keep your rose Lady of Shalott as a climber, and Lady of Shalott has this wonderful habit that it can be trained according to your liking. It can be kept as a shrub or can be kept as a climber. So I see that this guy is going to create, no, he's not going to create any flowers. So here we are going to cut him here. This is going to create flowers, so I will keep him. And then when flowers are blooming, I will cut it and we'll bring this shoot into the house. Now this is it about this rose. Once this rose finish its second bloom, that would be it for us. In northeast of America, our reblooming roses bloom only twice. Look there, that's a beautiful big climbing rose right there. It's a generous gardener and it's getting ready to bloom. Maybe in a week or two it will start its second beautiful blooms. And one thing I wanted to show you, sometimes when new shoots are appearing from the rose, from the bottom of the rose this time, they want to go all over the place, and it's up to you to tell them where to grow. Come here with me and I will show you what I'm doing here. This is also The Generous Gardener by David Austin, and when you look here you will see, let me go in here, you will see this fellow. Oh, he already grew big time. You see this big fellow? He's growing right here and he wanted to go this way. I didn't let him go this way. I pushed him inside, and the same I'm going to do with that little boy. I'm going to push him in gently for him to grow in here, and these shoots will find their way very well going inside. So all these big twigs and shrubberies of the big rose. Otherwise, if you wouldn't aim them right now when they're nice and soft, they will go out. They want to spread. They want to have space here. And I really can't afford to have them space here. So I push them in. And since they're so soft right now, they go in with no problems. And eventually they find their way through all the bush and go all the way to the top. And they are going to be the future of the bush. They're going to take over the show for next year and years to come. So I hope this video helped you a lot. So I hope you understood a little better the nature of Lady of Shalott rose, how unruly it can be and what to do with it. There were several of you who were asking me about cutting these big shoots off and what to do with them, and you were stressed out about this rose. So hopefully I showed you how this rose behaves after its second bloom, and you wouldn't be as stressed out about your rose, what to do with it. So that's it. This is the end of my video. Happy gardening, and I will see you next time.